In a lot of communities, to become the better and the most superb version of yourself, that is seen as the enemy. Why? Because most people around us have never achieved it. It's not because success in of itself is bad. It's just that success, if one was to attain it in those types of communities, you're now an outcast because you're now separating yourself from the group. And that in some communities, in most communities who aren't living a successful lifestyle, that is a problem. Eso es un problema. Because jealousy starts to arise from that, guys. Jealousy starts to arise when a certain member from an underachieving group actually starts to win and veer off from what is the norm. We're about to get this cracking, boys. I'm leading off to a good point here, so listen in close, boys. When we're in an underperforming community, when one of us veers off, which is, by the way, inevitable, that makes the entire group insecure. And that is one of the main reasons why you're scared of success. Because you know, once you achieve it, the way your entire community looks at you will never be the same ever again. I'm getting cracking, boys. You damn right know that once you start to level up your life, your friends, your family, your neighbors, your community, they'll never look at you the same ever again because you leveled up and they haven't. And you, deep down, for some sort of negative beliefs that you have, that you've instilled in yourself because of all this pain and suffering that you've endured and trauma you've endured over the course of your lifetime, you are trying to stick far away from that. In fact, you're auto-rejecting yourself from success because this is what you say to yourself. Oh, well, my boys have been with me since year one and these are my boys for life, bro. I went through them for primary school, reception, kindergarten, secondary school. I went clubbing with them. We shared Hennessy bottles together. We went Spain on Ryanair together, boys trip holiday. And I know what? Even though I could be a better version of myself and I could level up and I could start flying business class, I could start getting the car that I really want, I could start getting the girl that I really want. You know what? I'm going to stay right here because I don't want to lose my friends. And that, my friends, is what's keeping you down every single day. You are auto-rejecting yourself from success because you're scared to lose what you know right now. In the animal kingdom, animals like snakes, they shed their skin and they rehash it. They rebuild their skin from fresh. That's normal. But for us, we want to keep wearing the same old skin our entire lives. We want to keep wearing the same metaphorical clothes our entire lives because we're too scared of change. Because we know that with change, we're going to lose our friends, our family, our communities, and life as we've known it so far. And that is what the hell scares you away from success. You actually auto-reject yourself from success because you know that once you have it, everything's gonna change. You know those friends you've been having? Yeah, you know deep down inside, they're not really that good for you. They smoke weed, they don't improve themselves, they don't read no books, they're not into self-improvement, they're not into psychology, philosophy, improvement, morals, ethics. But you know what? They've been your boys since day. These are the same boys that gave you a glass of juice to drink when you went to their house and you had nothing. These are the same boys that were with you when you were down. And for that reason, you're like, oh my God, I want to stay with these boys my entire life. And I know that if I become a better version of myself, they ain't gonna really like it. So I'm gonna keep myself down. I'm gonna keep myself at this same vibration. So I'm not gonna go as far as I know that I'm capable of going in fear of upsetting my friends. You know, My family, I know deep down inside, they're losers, really. They're good for nothings. I got deadbeat dads over there. He ain't looking after his children. He ain't putting clothes on his children. Yeah, that mum there, she's smoking crack while her kids go hungry. You know, my aunt, she's a bit of a whore, really. But you know what? They're my family. They're my blood. And I never want to lose them. And that is what the hell is keeping you down every single day.